Welcome back to Sunday with Michael Portillo. Britain's canal barges carried not only coal and cargo, but a distinctive and decorative art form, vivid roses and castles designs that brightened the narrowboats and became part of our industrial heritage. Today, that centuries-old craft is officially endangered, sustained by only a handful of painters. In Brighton, one artist has brought this disappearing art form from the waterways to the city streets as a deeply personal tribute, and she joins me now. She is Heather, known by her artist name, Heavy Sea. Welcome.
Thank you.
A word of background. How was it that we began to decorate in this lavish and beautiful way, very colourful way, the barges that ran along our canals?
So basically, back in sort of the early 18th century, I think from talking with my community, the people that, paint it today, it's all about making what was a small, tight, enclosed space, in harsh conditions, making it beautiful. And also with the boat people, they were sort of perhaps shunned a little bit, looked down on in society. So it was a really beautiful way of them expressing themselves,
How did they hit upon roses and castles as their themes?
So there's some mixed opinions about this. No one really knows because it's such an old folk art. But we think the castles and the roses were sort of reminiscent of other art that was going around at the time. Like on plates and clocks and things like that.
Yes. And I dare say gypsy caravans and,
exactly.
and fairgrounds.
Yeah, very
There's some
similar.
similarities there, aren't there?
Yes, absolutely.
How did you get into painting it?
So I got into painting it from, I went to Joby Carter's workshop and did a sign writing course with him, and he owned Carter's Steam Fair, which is an amazing, beautiful steam fair. And inside his workshop, there was these little hand-painted roses, and I noticed them. I was struggling with the sign writing. I saw them, and then it just came from there. The passion came from there.
Why is it in danger now?
It's endangered because there's just not really the working boats that we used to have, in the between the sort of 1930s and the 1970s. They sort of, went into. They weren't running anymore, There was quicker modes of transport to carry cargo and things like that.
So you found a way of taking the art off a narrowboat, as it were, and putting it into a different medium. In fact, onto a billboard in Brighton.
Yeah. So I was really lucky to be taught by Phil Spey, MBE, who is an amazing boat painter and a wonderful man. And he taught me everything I know how to paint roses. And then the opportunity came up to paint the billboard. And because it's part of my identity now, it's just natural. But for the most part, we like to paint traditional things. We like to keep it where it belongs on the canals.
Yes.
But this was a special project.
What was the billboard about?
The billboard was about my friend Jessie, who passed away due to poor mental health. And it was basically a memorial which I carry him with me in everything I do. So when I was learning to paint roses with Phil, he was on my mind. He was an artist as well. And I know that he would be here painting with me now. And
you painted in the same style, the Castle and Roses style, is that right?
Yeah.
But you haven't given up painting boats?
So I actually haven't painted boats yet. I will be painting boats, but I'm aspiring. I'm not there yet. I'm just at the moment I'm still refining like the roses and the castles and the sign writing and everything, because it's a lot to be like a full-blown boat decorator, which is what my teacher Phil is. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of refining your skills.
Have you any idea then how long it takes you to paint one boat?
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask Phil that. That's a better question for Phil. But
it's
a long time,
it's a very
weeks.
intricate process.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And what are you painting in? Because it's got to be resistant, hasn't it? You're painting in oil.
Yes, so it's an oil-based paint. It's called Craftmaster, and Phil actually started the company originally, and it's got a whole catalogue of heritage colours, for steam railways and classic cars and things like that, to make sure that these colours don't get lost into the past.
Let's hope the colours don't get lost. Let's hope that the skills don't get lost. Let's hope that we continue to see the canal boats with these beautiful designs on them.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Heather. And thanks indeed to all my guests for joining me for 2 hours of fascinating conversation.